Equations in context. Let's solve 3 of these here. Okay, apples cost 55 cents per kilogram. Alan buys a bag of apples for $1.65. How many kilograms of apples does the bag hold? All right, so let's make an equation and then solve the equation to find out how many kilograms of apples are in this one bag that Alan bought. Well, we know that our price per kilogram is 55 cents. So if it's 55 cents and it's 1 kilogram, that's how much it'll cost. 2 kilograms, we double that. 3 kilograms, triple that, and so on. So if we multiply 0.55 by our mass, then we can figure out our price. So let's say M for mass, and we know that the total that Alan spent is $1.65. So 0.55 times M, which is our unknown amount, equals 165. So if we solve this for M, then we'll find out the mass, which is how many kilograms of apples are in that bag. So here we want just M on the left side. We have another value that multiplies by M. We do the inverse operation. So we divide the left side by 0.55. If we divide the left side by 0.55, we need to divide the right side by 0.55 as well. So here, what we'll end up doing is canceling out the 0.55, which was the whole point, and we will have only M on the left side. And we have 1.65 divided by 0.55. That works out to be a nice integer, which is 3.0. So there are 3.0 kilograms of apples. We can actually go back into our original equation, sub that in to see if it works. 0.55 times 3 is indeed 165. So our answer here is correct. There's 3 kilograms of apples in the bag. 3 consecutive whole numbers add up to 36. Determine the 3 numbers. So again, we're going to make an equation. To do that, we need to have something to represent these numbers. Okay, so let's just say, let's let the first number be x. All right, so x represents the first number. We don't know what that number is yet, but this x will help us out. So consecutive whole numbers, that means that if our first value is x, the next one needs to be x plus 1. Consecutive just means one after the other after the other. So x plus 1 represents our second number. And then 3 consecutive numbers, so we need a third number, and it also has to come in a line, so we'll write x plus 2, because that one will come right after x plus 1, and that will give us consecutive values here, right? Here's 1, and then here's 1 after that, and then here's another after that. So what it says here is these 3 consecutive numbers add up to 36. So we need to add all these, and they will equal 36. So we can write an equation. The first number, which is x, plus the second number, which is x plus 1, plus the third number, which is x plus 2. When we add these 3 consecutive numbers, we get 36. Okay, so we can combine like terms. There's an x, and another one, and another one. So we have 3x, and we have 1 and 2. So plus 3 equals 36. All right, we want to get rid of this 3 on the left side, so we will subtract that 3. If we subtract from the left side, we need to also subtract from the right side. So 3 minus 3 is 0, so that just leaves us with 3x. And 36 minus 3 is 33. Now we want x, not 3x, so we're going to divide by 3. So that will cancel the 3 on the left side, and we'll have just x. And 33 divided by 3 is indeed 11. So the 3 numbers, this will help us out here. So x equals 11. So we go back up here to what we said. X is the first number. So the first number must be 11. And 11 plus 1 must be the next number, that's 12. And 11 plus 2 must be the next number, and that's 13. And we can go back and check and make sure this works. So what we've said is that 11 plus 12 plus 13, these are indeed consecutive numbers, right? They go up by 1. And when we add these together, we do indeed get 36. Third question here. A taxi driver charges £2 plus £1 and 10p per mile for all journeys. The total for a journey is £3.65. Write an equation and use this to determine the distance traveled. Okay, so no matter what happens, you jump into that taxi, you're paying £2. So you're paying £2 just to get in. And then £1.10 for every mile. So if we take this charge per mile and multiply it by miles, right? £2 just for getting in, and then £1.10 times however many miles we go. This is our equation for our journey, and that will give us our total price. Of course, our total price for a particular journey right here that we're trying to figure out is £3.65. So all of this equals £3.65. Okay, so we have, if we simplify this, we have 2.00 plus 1.10 m equals 3.65. All right, we don't want this 2 over here, we just want m, so we're going to subtract 2.00 from the left side and the right side. So 1.10 m equals 3.65 minus 2.00 is 1.65. Now we want m, not 1.10 m, so we'll divide by 1.10. This leaves us with just m on the left side, which is what we're looking for, and 1.65 divided by 1.10. If you type that into your calculator, you will get 1.5. So therefore, the journey must have been 1.5 miles. You can go back, sub that into your original equation, and check to make sure that this works. You got 1.1 per mile, so 1.1 times 1.5, which is 1.65. Add that to the 2 just for getting into the cab, and you indeed have 3.65. So that's what's nice about these equations, is you solve for something and you can plug what you believe the answer is back into that original equation to check to make sure that what you've done is correct.